I'd like to welcome everyone here today. Today is an important day in Prince George's County. Today is an important day in Maryland. And we have a very, very great program here today with individuals from both the federal, state, and local level to talk about why it is so important for Maryland to be together and to be all in for the FBI in Prince George's County. Now, as you can imagine, because we're all in, we've got a significant number of elected officials from all over the county and throughout the state. And in the interest of time, and certainly so that we don't lose the media, we want to make sure that we recognize them, but we won't be able, unfortunately, to do that individually. So I would like all of our elected officials to stand. Please give them all a rousing round of applause. We've got our county council here. We've got mayors here. We've got representatives of the school board here. We have representatives from our delegation in Annapolis. The individuals who work each and every day to represent Prince George's County in the state of Maryland. Without further ado, I'd like to hand the program over to our host for the day. Dr. Wallace Lowe.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the University of Maryland. It is great. It is great to see everybody here. Elected officials from the municipal level, the county level, the state level, our congressional delegation, leaders from the business community, and the larger community as a whole. This is Team Maryland. These are the people who are committed to and do so much to advance economic vitality, the prosperity, and the security of the state. Team Maryland is FBI. Maryland is FBI. FBI stands for fully behind it. And the it is why we are assembled here. So when I raise my arm, I want you to say FBI so loud that maybe the roof will fall down. Maryland is FBI. Team Maryland is FBI. Let me simply say that the University of Maryland, the flagship institution, will be thrilled to welcome the FBI as a neighbor. We have world-class programs, criminology, the #1 ranked program in the country. Terrorism studies, foreign language, computer forensics. And so the opportunities for joint research and education and recruitment are enormous. I'm very proud that the University of Maryland is one of the main contributors of employees for the FBI among all universities in this country. Yay! It is now my great honor to introduce someone who has, over the past several years, lifted the quality and the affordability of education, so much so that he's known as the education governor. And he has taken the state to new heights in education, in research, and innovation. Governor Martin O'Malley.
Very much. President Lowe, thank you so very, very much. Chancellor Kirwan, everybody with the great University of Maryland system. While other states have been sliding back, our state's been moving forward, and you see that clearly with college affordability and the excellence of the education that is provided by the University of Maryland. There are two areas where we really distinguish ourselves as a state. when it comes to the talent that we send forward to serve our country and to build this modern economy with a human purpose. They have to do with the disciplines of science and with the disciplines of security. And certainly in this age of security and cybersecurity and homeland security, the FBI plays a critically important and an ever more important role. And that is one of the many reasons that we are all in to bring the FBI to Prince George's County. So we are all in. If you look at the history of where our federal government has leased space in this greater national capital region, you will see that there is one county that has been passed over time and time again. In fact, of all of the area that's leased in the metro area, only about 4% of that leasing activity happens in Prince George's County, and most of that is in warehouses. Well, the new Prince George's County, that modern, vibrant, forward-moving Prince George's County deserves better, and that's why we are all in to bring the FBI to Prince George's County. So, any big opportunities like this opportunity, which has to be looked at not only as a security imperative, but also as an economic opportunity, these things only happen through collaboration and the state and the county working together. So from the state standpoint, with the O'Malley Brown administration, we too are all in. On one of the sites that's been mentioned, we've already approved feasibility study, we've already approved some security easements, and we are looking forward to doing absolutely anything it takes when our federal government decides where they want to come in Prince George's County. We are all in to make sure that it happens with the road improvements that are needed and also the potential, I should mention, for transit-oriented development. So the next person, I want to thank all of our members of our congressional delegation, by the way. Senator Barbara Mikulski, Senator Ben Cardin, all of the others that you will be hearing from, Congresswoman Donna Edwards, Leader Steny Hoyer. This team is also all in, and we have a powerful congressional delegation making the case that the FBI needs to come to Prince George's County. The next gentleman that I get to introduce is the person who has been at my side through 8 years in the state of Maryland as our lieutenant governor. During these 8 years, we've weathered some rough times, but we have expanded more people rather than fewer with health care coverage. We have made college education more affordable rather than less affordable. He managed all of our activities related to the base realignment and closure process, or in Maryland, we should have called it the base realignment and opening process, because Uncle Sam's procurement checkbook was opened larger in places like Anne Arundel County and Harford County and Frederick around Fort Detrick. And now we have the opportunity to bring an important, critically important security asset in the new FBI headquarters of Prince George's County. This man was instrumental in moving the State Department of Housing and Community Development to Prince George's County. And just as that new state agency is looking forward to its new transit-oriented development headquarters in Prince George's County, I am looking forward to being able to watch this gentleman cut the ribbon when the FBI relocates to Prince George's County. Please welcome our Lieutenant Governor, Anthony Brown.
Thank you very much, Governor O'Malley. Look, it's really exciting to be here with each and every one of you to join all the platform guests, our federal partners, state and county partners. And please join me once again in just a round of applause to the public servants on stage who have worked tirelessly to get us to where we are, because we're all in to bring the FBI to Maryland and to Prince George's County. I want to thank the governor. As we stand here on College Park. I remember 8 years ago when we declared under your leadership, under an O'Malley Brown administration, we would lead the nation in college affordability. And today, Maryland is #1 for college affordability on our public universities and colleges. Thank you very much, Governor. I want to thank Dr. Lowe and your leadership team here at College Park. And as a little bit of a disclaimer, because we know that the FBI, we're going to bring it here to Prince George's County. One of the attractions is the Criminal Justice and Criminology Department here at the University of Maryland, College Park. I think you understated the importance of that relationship. College Park sends more of its graduates to the FBI than any other institution in the United States. This makes sense from an opportunity standpoint. The full disclosure and disclaimer is that my daughter is a first year in that very program, criminology and criminal justice, and she's going to have to compete for her job at the FBI. There'll be no nepotism or leveraging of relationships there. But look, this makes sense, and we're all in because it makes sense for a number of reasons. Partnership, I think about partnership. I think about opportunity, and I think about synergy. Partnership, when I think about partnership, I think about Rushern Baker and Team Prince George's County. Partnership. Prince George's County is already home and an extremely supportive partner to other federal facilities and federal assets. I think about the NASA Goddard Space Center in Greenbelt and the manner in which Prince George's County supports that and anticipates their needs. And I want to thank Senator Barbara Mikulski, who's probably the most tireless advocate for the work that's being done at NASA Goddard. Prince George's County is home to the Census Bureau in Suitland and the work that we do to anticipate their needs and to support that important activity. And Prince George's County, I see Jim Estep and his group working with the county, our federal delegation and the state to ensure that we do everything to be the very best partner to Joint Base Andrews that's home to not only Air Force One but many strategic military assets, and we have been an outstanding partner in Prince George's County. There's an opportunity to develop and strengthen synergy. By bringing the FBI here to Maryland, to Prince George's County, we'll strengthen that relationship between the FBI and the U.S. Cyber Command just up the road at Fort Meade, as those two organizations work together to ensure that we as a nation do everything to support the institutions that protect and support our interests both here, at home, and abroad. It makes sense. Synergies, partnerships, and opportunities. Economists have demonstrated, they've shown through studies, that bringing the FBI, the new modern headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, will result in tremendous economic opportunities for Maryland and Prince George's County. It's going to be a tremendous opportunity for College Park and the many students that you graduate in this important and growing field. So just like each and every one of you, I'm in because we're all in for the FBI. And now it is my pleasure. It is my pleasure to bring to the podium the leader, the dean of the Maryland Congressional Delegation, the longest serving woman in the United States Congress, elected in her own outright. Now the chair, the first woman to chair the powerful Appropriations Committee in the United States Senate. My friend, your friend, my partner, my mentor, my partner, Senator Barbara Mikulski.
Hi, everybody. Are we all set to be all in? It actually should be FBIM. Fully behind in Maryland. I am so glad to be here in Prince George's County, the county that is a high-tech county. High-tech because of the wonderful federal agencies that it already has, the wonderful, great university and independent colleges it has, and one of the most dynamic community colleges in cybersecurity in the nation. We got the right stuff. And we're tired of Prince George's being red-lined, by-lined, side-lined. It is time to say goodbye to that old image and hello to the new jobs leading the way with the FBI. What do you say? And I'm proud to be here in College Park. I feel like I'm the Coach B of the Maryland delegation, the turbo team of the Maryland delegation. Hats off, President Lowe, for what the Maryland women Terps did yesterday. We beat Army on the basketball court, and we're going to beat out Northern Virginia in the federal competition to get the FBI building. So I join with my colleagues in the Maryland delegation. We are Team Maryland. We are your turbo team. I'm the point guard, dribbling down the field, working with these other giants on the delegation. And we're going to use our committees, and we're going to use our clout and every lever of power that we have to legitimately win this competition to bring the FBI headquarters to Maryland and to Prince George's County. You heard it here. Working with the rest of Team Maryland, Governor O'Malley, Lieutenant Governor Brown, the leaders in the Maryland General Assembly, and thank you, the two Mikes, Miller and Bush, for the wonderful job that they do every day in Annapolis, and of course to all the electeds here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a fight for America's future. We need to be able to protect the United States of America. And in the forefront of our national security is the FBI. We love the FBI, and this is why we want it in Maryland. The FBI works every day, 24/7, to protect the United States of America against organized crime, against terrorism, against leading the onslaught of sexual predators who are cruising the internet to do our children harm. They are out there every day in every single way. The FBI must be ready to have 21st century resources for the 21st century threats. That's why they need a new headquarters. It's not about a building. It's not about a Gilded Age or whatever. It's about the FBI needing what it needs to do its job. If you came with me down to the Hoover building, you would be shocked. It's in disrepair. It's sinking inch by inch. It's got leaks. It's got, and I don't mean cyber leaks. I mean water leaks. It's inefficient. Only half of the FBI works there. They are spread out in 20 leased offices, and they also don't meet their own security requirements. The FBI needs a headquarters, but it doesn't need just any headquarters. It needs to be fully consolidated in one campus. So we want just not a little FBI. We don't want a micro FBI. We want a muscular, robust FBI that says to criminals, to terrorists, to predators, you get the hell out of here. The FBI's on the job, and we're doing the job in Maryland and Prince George's County. So we want to welcome that FBI. And we know how to welcome those high-tech national security people. Over at Suitland, we have the Office of Naval Intelligence. We already have the Secret Service training facility right here. And we know how to be high-tech, whether it's Goddard Space Agency or whether it's the Weather Service that right now is on the job, looking at their models, predicting what's going to happen here tonight or tomorrow. We know how to support a high-tech, high-stress agency, and we have the right stuff. We have the physical infrastructure. We have the transportation that will meet its needs. We also have the intellectual infrastructure in terms of showing we can meet the workforce needs. As said, more graduates out of the University of Maryland. They're also going to need technicians. That's why our Prince George's County Community College will be right there, particularly in cybersecurity. And last but not at all least, keep in mind, 43% of the people who now work at the Hoover Building live in Maryland. 43% live in Maryland, and they either live in Prince George's or they live contiguous to Prince George's. And I don't mean across the Potomac. I mean right here, Maryland zip codes. So we want to say, FBI, if you want your workforce to be happy, come to Maryland. They already live here. OMB, you want a good deal for the FBI? Come right here. We got land. We got other stuff that you haven't even heard about. Come on here. And ladies and gentlemen, we know that if we all work together, shoulder to shoulder, we can do it. Back in the old days, Bob Byrd would have just moved this here. I got rules. Well, I got to go by the rules, but I tell you, I got Mojo, I got Team Maryland, I got all of you. We are going to win this competition. We are all in. FBI Maryland. So now, let me bring up one of the really other able people in Team Maryland, my good friend and colleague, Senator Ben Cardin, who's been 100% behind this project, 100% behind education and economic development for Prince George's and for Maryland, and for someone who fights hard every day, every single way, Senator Ben Cardin.
Boy, I'm glad to be on Team Maryland, I'll tell you that. You know, I was going to start off by saying, you know, there's many reasons why Maryland Prince George's County is the right site for the FBI, but one is the fact of Team Maryland. We have a united delegation that will do everything that is necessary to make the FBI location here in Prince George's County. So I'm very proud to be part of this team. Now, Senator Mikulski said it right. This is really about our national interest. The FBI performs a critical function for our national security. They need to have a facility to get their job done in the most effective way. Now, therefore, this is not just a decision about politics, it's a decision about where is the best location for the FBI. And there's no question Prince George's County is the best location for the FBI, the best location. And it starts by where we're holding this news conference. At the University of Maryland, Dr. Lowe. We have the University of Maryland in Prince George's County. What an asset for the FBI. We have the space in Prince George's County. Don't shortchange the FBI. They need a consolidated campus. They need to bring together the synergy of their workforce. Prince George's County has the only locations that can give the campus facility that the FBI needs. FBI, Prince George's County is the right decision. Senator Mikulski talked about the workforce. The workforce is here. It's in the interest of the workforce to be in Prince George's County. Talk about smart growth. Compare the sites. We're the transit-oriented facilities. Prince George's County. You know, if you live in the district region, you know what traffic can be like. Prince George's County provides the smart growth for the FBI and its workforce. Just compare it. And lastly, compare cost. We'll save the federal government money. If they try to do something on the short, it's going to end up costing more money. So this is about taxpayers saving money. Compare the sites. And Prince George's County wins in every single category. That's why we're all in. That's why we're all in on this. It's the right location for the federal government. And I want to underscore a point that Governor O'Malley made, because it's a very important point, and Senator Mikulski made. There's a matter of fairness here where facilities are located. Prince George's County has 4% of the GSA lease space. City of Alexandria, 7%. Arlington, 16%. Fairfax, 11%. The federal government can get a better deal, a more convenient location, a better facility, and it's only right that they lease here in Prince George's County. For all those reasons, we're going to and we give them the workforce, the diversified population and workforce that's reflective of this country and the FBI. This is why we are so strong. We're all in for this nation to have the FBI located in Prince George's County. I just want to applaud you. You already heard from Senator Mikulski, our great leader, and Governor O'Malley and Governor Brown. We have an incredible team here. There's no question about it. Rashawn Baker doing an incredible job as county exec of Prince George's County, getting us all together. Look, I don't remember all this team being together in such unity as we are today. Thank you, Rashawn, for bringing us together. Donna Edwards does an incredible job in our House on delegation. It's my honor to call on my friend, the leader of the House of Representatives of the Democrats, a person who I think is one of the great national leaders in this country, a person who can bring this country together. But there's no more effective congressman for a congressional district in the country that fights harder for the people he represents than Steny Hoyer, and he's going to be our champion in regards to the FBI location. Congressman Steny Hoyer.
Rarely do I believe I'm going to be the low-key speaker at an event, but I think that's going to be the case. Wallace Lowe, Dr. Lowe, you were so low-key starting this off. Boy, oh boy, once you started, everybody else said I'm going to be in that crowd. And I am so very pleased to be here with our governor, who is the only governor who is really committed to this and put money on the table to make it happen. Thank you, Governor O'Malley. Lieutenant Governor Brown, who's made himself available at all times, worked with the governor on making sure that we're focused on Prince George's County, and who comes from Prince George's County. There has never been a time in my some 40 years of knowing her that Barbara Mikulski has not been all in for whatever she was in for. Ben Cardin, what can I say? Ben Cardin, one of my closest friends in life, an extraordinary leader in his own right. And Ben, thank you very much for joining with Senator Mikulski and being such a team for us over there. We had an election, and Prince George's County installed real integrity, real intellect, real leadership, and real vision as the county executive of our county. What a proud thing we have done. How proud Prince George's is of our county executive. How proud Maryland is of our county executive. And how proud America will be to have the FBI in a county led by our Rashawn Baker, our county executive. And to show the breadth of support for this facility here in Prince George's County, Doug Peters, the chairman of our Senate delegation. Doug, where are you? Doug Peters. Jolene Ivey, the chairman of our House delegation. Jolene Ivey. Mel Franklin, of course, will be speaking. Wallace Lowe, our president of our university that has such an extraordinary resource for the Federal Bureau of Investigation and all of its people, as well as so many other interests in this state and in this country. And by the way, Barbara, if I can, I want to do FBIA rather than M, for the best interest of America.
Whoa.
It is so hard to compete when you're speaking after Barbara Mikulski, let me tell you. You got to think about what's going on here. I also want to recognize Wallace Lowe one more time because he's such an asset to our university and to our region and will be to the FBI. I also want to recognize Brett Kerwin, the president of our university system. Joe Tidings, one of the great alums of the University of Maryland and leaders, former United States Senator. Jim Estep. Jim, stand up. President and CEO of the Greater Prince George's County Business Roundtable. And Walt Townsend. Where's Walt Townsend? Is Walt here? Walt Townsend, who is President and CEO of the Washington-Baltimore Chamber of Commerce. For the best interests of America, the General Services Administration, the FBI, the administration of the Congress of the United States will not make a decision based upon it's in the best interests of Prince George's County, nor should they. They should make a decision on whether it's in the best interest of America, whether it's in the best interest of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And we are here as Team Maryland, as has been so aptly described, to make the case that it is, in fact, in the best interest of America. The General Services Administration shouldn't take our word for it. An honest analysis of costs, convenience, security, transportation options, and regional equity in the distribution of federal facilities makes Prince George's County the clear #1 choice for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The important work of the FBI depends on its ability to attract and sustain a top-notch workforce. Being located here in Prince George's County will make that task easier. Our county continues to grow as an attractive place to work, live, and raise a family. The county is a short drive from the Baltimore-Washington International Marshall Airport and is at the intersection of major highways like Interstate 95, the Beltway, U.S. Route 50, and the Baltimore-Washington Parkway. No other region comes close to those assets. We are close to Reagan National Airport. Dulles airports are within easy reach as well. And field agents can also utilize, as has been said, and Jim Estep knows this so well, Joint Base Andrews. They can get to any place in the world very quickly when they need to get there if they're located here. We have Amtrak, we have MARC, and Metro also serve the county and the sites that are being discussed. Fort Meade, Joint Base Andrews, a host of cybersecurity and defense facilities mentioned by Senator Mikulski are located in either the county or within a short distance. The FBI has identified cybersecurity as one of its top priorities, and its agents would benefit greatly from the significant growth in Maryland's cybersecurity sector. Dutch Ruppersberger is not here, but there has not been a stronger voice on behalf of cybersecurity than our own Congressman Dutch Ruppersberger, a graduate of the University of Maryland. The Bureau could also draw on local educational institutions for recruits and expert analysis, including the University of Maryland at College Park, the University of Maryland at Baltimore County, Bowie State University, Prince George's Community College, Anne Arundel Community College, and our cyber center, Federal Cyber Center here. 43% of the employees live in Maryland. That's been mentioned frequently, but it should be an extraordinarily important criteria when you're going to cite a facility. I have lamented, as Donna has lamented, the fact that too often it is where the bosses live that we cite facilities, not where the workers live. It's time for the workers to have a shot. Citing the new headquarters in Prince George's County will cut down on commute times and expenses and improve employee morale, which goes to recruitment and sustaining workforce. Serving as the new home for the FBI, of course, would benefit Prince George's County. Right now, Prince George's County is home to only 4% of federal lease space, as opposed to 16% in Fairfax County, and compared to 2-to-1 lease space in Virginia over Maryland, including both of our suburban counties. That's not fair, and we believe that hopefully the federal government will conclude that they need to share the space around the Washington metropolitan area. Warehouse space in other counties accounts for 15% or less, half here in Prince George's County. We have a strong business community. Would all the business leaders who are here in support of the Federal Bureau of Investigation coming to Prince George's County please stand and be recognized? All of the business leaders, please stand. I know that Senator Mikulski joins me in asserting that all of you are part of Team Maryland. We are one team, as Senator Mikulski so often says. We recognize that there is a strong competition from Virginia. That's one of the reasons we're here, which is already home to many federal agencies. But we believe, we have a conviction that it is crystal clear that selecting Prince George's County will be the best decision for the FBI, for American taxpayers, and for this county as well. For the best interests of America, the FBI in Prince George's County, Maryland. Thank you very much. And let me now introduce my teammate who represents Prince George's County with me, Donna Edwards, and she sits on a very critical, important committee, the Infrastructure Committee of the United States of America, and she's going to play a big role in making sure that the right decision is made. Donna Edwards.
Thank you very much, Steny, and thanks to all of our partners. You can see here, both in the room and assembled here on this stage, that all of our leadership, federal, state, county, is behind, is all in, because we're all in for the FBI coming to Prince George's County. I just want to thank everybody for being here today, because it really is a demonstration of our unified support, commitment, and our enthusiasm for welcoming the Federal Bureau of Investigation to Prince George's County. Now, Senator Mikulski said that she was going to be the point guard leading us. Well, if she's the point guard, I'm going to be the power forward on the Transportation Committee.
There you go.
30 years ago, I moved to Prince George's County, and like so many of our county residents, I chose to come here to live after college. I wanted to work here. I wanted to raise my family here. And it was at a time when so many others were actually leaving the county. But indeed, for much of the 30 years that I've been here, I have been to countless community meetings, trekked to hearings in Upper Marlboro, participated even in conversations in the hair salon and the barber shop, organized community festivals, all talking about how we lacked economic development around federal-owned and leased properties here in Prince George's County. This has been a long-time conversation. And so it's time to end. In 1999, the Brookings Institution issued a report called The Region Divided. I remember raising my son and taking copies of the Brookings Institution report down to the county council in Upper Marlboro, because that report highlighted that Prince George's County lacked the ability to share in the prosperity in the region, and that was exacerbated by the location of federal facilities every place else that have proven to be catalysts for economic development in areas south and east of Prince George's County, but not here in Prince George's County. And when I came to Congress, I made a commitment to my neighbors in the county that I would use my service on the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee to stay focused on changing that telltale map of a region divided. As the young people say, and Dr. Lowe, you will know this, it is time to flip the switch so that Prince George's County gets the benefit of its bargain, of its workforce, of its talent for the FBI. And I also promised that we could end this disparity in Prince George's County so that we could share in the region's prosperity. And so I am really proud to be up here on this stage today, because I think you can see, under the leadership and guidance of our County Executive Rushern Baker and our governor and our lieutenant governor and all of us, that we are committed to making this happen, and that we know that if it's a transparent process and that everything is on the table, that Prince George's County wins out, because it's the best benefit for the taxpayer. And when I think of everything that Prince George's County has to offer to the FBI, I'm sort of reminded of that old Dutch idiom, embarrassment of riches. Because indeed, here in Prince George's County, we have development riches beyond belief. From our available land for development to our 15 metro stops that span from the southern part of our county to Largo and Hyattsville, all across our county, a strong workforce that, as Steny has said, includes workers, federal workers, who drive everywhere and go everywhere to work, and it's time for them to work in Prince George's County. For easy access to our region's airports. Our proximity, as Steny has indicated, to other federal assets, including Joint Base Andrews, Fort Meade, NSA, stellar academic institutions, our university here at College Park, Bowie State University, Prince George's Community College, where there's amazing work going on, an amazing workforce being produced. We have it here in Prince George's County. And so our public servants and our workers at the FBI deserve one consolidated facility that truly honors their commitment, that provides the best environment to achieve vital missions, and makes the best use of taxpayer money. When I look out in our audience here and I see Tom Graham representing the Maryland Chamber of Commerce, I see our representatives from the Prince George's Chamber of Commerce, all across our state, because we know that if the taxpayers are given a great bargain, that Prince George's County offers it for the FBI. And so I just want to say to you that not only are we all in, but Prince George's County is right for the FBI, and we will do right by the FBI. And so when it comes time and it's all said and done, if it's a transparent process, if it's a process that we can all see, then Prince George's County will win. And at the end of the day, we will be all in because the FBI will be located in Prince George's County. Thank you very much. And with that, I want to introduce our great partners from Annapolis, the chair of our Senate delegation, Doug Peters, the chair of our House delegation, Jolene Ivey. We are all in.
Okay, well, we're changing it now to we're all in to win. We're not just gonna be all in. We got to win, right? And in order for that to happen, we have to be united. And thank you, County Executive, for uniting us. I'm a football guy. I'm not a basketball guy. I was too short to play basketball, but I consider him to be RB3. Okay. And we have to block for RB3 so he can score. Okay. And we all saw what happened in the Super Bowl. You can have the greatest quarterback in the world, but if you don't block for him, that's it. So that's what our job is here. We have a lot of municipal officials here. We have a lot of county officials here. We're going to need water, sewer. We're going to need state roads. We're going to need zoning. We're going to need all that to be successful. We're going to need to block for our county executive and these great officials that are up here. So with that, I want to also thank President Miller, who was here, and he's kind of like Dan Snyder. So if we don't get this right, I'm going to get fired. Or my contract's going to get renegotiated. That's right. He wins. He wins. He plays to win, believe me. He doesn't play to tie, okay? But I'm also joined here by a great teammate in Annapolis. She has been a leader for many years in this county and is achieving a lot of great things for Prince George's County because she's been able to unite 23 delegates who have a lot of divergent opinions. Delegate Chairwoman Jolene Ivey.
Thank you. Well, just to end, I hope, the whole sports analogy, even though there are a lot of men in the room, I know you all don't mind being cheerleaders today. And so now we're going to say, FBI, we're all in. FBI, we're all in. FBI, we're all in. FBI, we're all in. Yay! Thanks. Next, we have the leader of our county council, Mel Franklin.
Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. All right, all right. Would I be the shooting guard? Can I pull that off? I don't know. Well, first, on behalf of the county council, let me say to Dr. Lowe, it's great to be back at the University of Maryland, one of our nation's greatest institutions right here in Prince George's County. Thank you for the great job you all are doing for this country and for our county. Thank you. Let me begin by saying thank you to Team Maryland. We in the county do not take it for granted the unprecedented and truly historic partnership that you see assembled before you to bring the FBI to Prince George's County. Our federal partners, our United States senators, members of Congress, you all are on the Hill advocating for us every single day, you know, calling GSA every day, I hope. Calling the FBI every day, telling them that this is the best place. Thank you so much for your hard work on the Hill for us. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you. Our members of the General Assembly, look, we're a team. We couldn't do any of this without you. You are, I know President Miller is here, the Speaker as well. We are all united in making this happen. We're bringing transportation dollars to Prince George's County with all of your help. Thank you to the Maryland General Assembly for all your help. Thank you. I have to thank the captain of the Maryland team, our great governor, Governor Martin O'Malley, who has been a tireless advocate for everything related to Maryland, and you are our strongest partner here in the state for Prince George's County. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your help. And your co-captain, this isn't non-political, your co-captain who will be a leader in Prince George's County and Maryland for years and years to come. Thank you, Anthony Brown, for all of your leadership. I'm getting in trouble on it. And I'll say more about our county executive later. I'm going to introduce him, but you've heard a lot, and you'll hear more. Our county executive is leading us in an extraordinary way. Thank you, sir. Thank you, County Executive Sharon Baker. And also thank you to all of our municipal leaders. Thank you to our business community. Thank you to our labor community. All of you are assembled here because you believe, like we believe, that this is the place to be for the FBI. I want to next have my colleagues on the county council stand for a second. Our members of the county council are here. Let me say, thank you. Let me say this. Let me say this. We aren't concerned with whose council district it is. We are concerned and we love this great county and this great state. We are collectively bringing the world to Prince George's County. And it starts with bringing the FBI to Prince George's County. Thank you, colleagues. I think our speakers before us have made the case. It makes sense for the FBI to come to Prince George's County. Whether it's equity in federal leasing, whether it's access to transportation, whether it's saving the federal government money, Prince George's County makes the most sense for the FBI. We in the county are moving mountains to bring them here. We've reformed our zoning ordinance. We're making everything as a top priority, transportation, economic development, to bring the FBI here to Prince George's County. So on the merits, we know that we will win. But as we know, not everything in government and politics is on the merits. So we need the support of everyone in this room like never before. And at the end of the day, we are about doing big things on purpose. And bringing the FBI makes more sense, and it's the beginning of the boom that's happening in economic development in Prince George's County. We're doing this in partnership with our county executive. Mr. Baker is taking the lead. We are working in partnership, and we're working with your leadership, sir. We want to say thank you. We all wouldn't be assembled here today without you. It is my pleasure to bring on the captain of our team, County Executive Sharon Baker.
Thank you, Mel. Can we give Mel Franklin another round of applause? Isn't he doing a great job? And I'm sure the governor could appreciate this. Can we please have the council stand up again and give them a round of applause? Not just for being here for the FBI, because they have a little thing called my budget. You know, I normally start off saying, you know, it's a great day in Prince George's County. And Dr. Lowe, I want to thank you for having us here today, because this truly is a great day in Prince George's County. Can we give everybody a round of applause up here? You know, I always say this is the, Prince George's County is the place to be. But I guess the new saying from now on is, we're all in. So this is going to be the new one. We're all in for the FBI. I don't know a time that I've been involved where every facet of the political leadership in the state of Maryland got behind one jurisdiction to bring a federal enclave here. That has never been done that I know of. So let's give everybody up here a round of applause. Right. That's right. Ike Leggett is a part of this across the state. Our governor and lieutenant governor have been great partners of ours. They've done a terrific job, not only with getting us together here, but also we're going to do at some point when the weather clears, Lieutenant Governor, a groundbreaking on the new Department of Housing and Community Development in Prince George's County. And we in the county, have tried to do our part. We know that it's not just enough for us to say to you, we wanted you to come together and bring a federal enclave here like the FBI. We know that we had to make changes in Prince George's County. And I'm so blessed to be county executive at a time when crime is at an all-time low in Prince George's County. I think our homicide numbers, Lieutenant, are the governor can tell you 45% over last year's numbers. 45% down over last year's number. Chief McGaul, I see you out there. As I announced in our budget to the council, we're poised to do $4 to $5 billion worth of development in Prince George's County over the next 4 to 5 years. Our school system is experiencing an incredible renaissance with our new leader, Dr. Maxwell. And we are reshaping healthcare with our regional medical center. Lieutenant Governor. So, there's a local paper, it's a small one. Wrote an article a couple of months back. I always get frightened when I open up the paper in the morning, Governor. But and it had a great article in it, and it said Prince George's County in the title, and I went, oh my God. County on the move. A county on the move. Four years ago, I don't know anybody would have predicted that would be the title of an editorial about Prince George's County. That does not happen by accident. That happens by hard work. Not just with the county council and the county executive, but every member of the staff that's out there working. But it also happens because we have a great partnership with the governor, lieutenant governor, with our state senate and our House of Delegates, with our congressional team that at the very first instant when I became county executive, they called up and they said, what can we do to help you move this great county forward? And they've come together. And I said, with all this stuff going on in Prince George's County, with the new hospital, with a destination resort coming, with DACD coming, with Tanger Outlet coming, with all this development, wouldn't it be nice if we had just a little small federal enclave like the FBI? I said, I ain't asking for much. We've got the best delegation in the world on the federal side. Can't you help us do that? And you know what? They did it. They came together. That's why we're here today. So I want to thank our partners out there, you who are in the audience. We've had many of the folks from the business community who had a meeting and came with us, Jim Eastep, David Harrington, Kathleen Snyder. If we could have the realtors, if you could all stand up, let's give you a round of applause for coming together and making sure this happens. Please stand up from our business community. Now, as Congresswoman Edwards likes to say, we are a county of riches, and that's the beauty of being county executive here in Prince George's County. We've had great sites. There's one in particular that I like, and we have been working hard. And it's, you know, well, I have green on today. I think the mayor of Greenbelt has green on. You know, we've been working hard because we think the Greenbelt site offers us the greatest opportunity of getting the FBI here. It's right near a metro. We've already worked on getting funding for the infrastructure. And so we're going to work very hard to make sure that the FBI comes to Prince George's County. Now, when I saw my notes this morning, Senator Mikulski, it had me leading a cheer. And I said, well, you know what? This is a dignified press conference.
Kind
of. I said, I don't do that. And then President Lowe got up here. Then Senator Mikulski got up here. Then the governor got up here. Then the lieutenant governor got up here. Then Steny got up here. Then Senator Cardin got up here. And, you know, everybody, Delegate Jolene Ivey and everybody got up here. And I said, well, you know, if they're all cheerleading, if they're all singing this, how is it that the county executive can't say it? Well, what I want you to help me do as we close out this, so that they can hear us across the Potomac. Can we all say, we're all in, 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 we're all in. Thank you. We're going to get the FBI to come to Prince George's County. Thank you. We're all in.